So, good morning. Surviving the 80s, and are we ready for this? Actually, I made a video on the very first time that I fermented eggs. But you have to have batteries in the camera. Somehow it doesn't work without them. So I'm doing it again, and now this is my second batch. And I really liked my first batch. I think it was a success, so I really liked them. Well, no, I'm not going to adjust the camera. I looked through it. You should see me do this. So I boiled, I think, 12 eggs. I've got in my little crock, I still have some eggs left, but I'm running low, so I decided to make some more. Oh, and before I start, I said something the other day that might be confusing. I said that it took me, I drank out of this for 2 days. Well, I drink it up. Sometimes I put more than 1 pitcher full of water in a day. I mean, like 2 or 3. But the bouquet, I leave all of my herbs and my roses. My bouquet stays in the pitcher for 2 days. Then I throw away all of its contents and I start over again. And this is such a pretty one. I don't know if you can see it. Oh! But this one has my apricot rose in it, and it has a calendula in it. And I'm going to bring the camera over and show you, because I just think it's pretty. And believe it or not, I put a Mr. Lincoln in the other day, and I think I showed you that. And there it is. Anyway, tonight this will get taken out. In the morning, new will come in. Anyway, basically, I'm doing the same ingredients. Lemon balm. Well, and I've put lemon balm, lemon verbena. Sometimes the extra little flower changes. Like this has a calendula, the other day it had a poppy, and a couple of roses. Well, the one that I had Mr. Lincoln in, the water just tasted different, and I liked it, and I thought it was because I put lemon verbena in it. Oh, and it has lemon slices in it too. But I think the different roses have a different taste. Maybe it's just my crazy idea, but that's it. Okay, on to my fermented eggs. Okay, and these are super fresh. I crack them at the top end where the air sac is to be, and I've noticed most of these that I've cracked, I can't see an air sac. They're so fresh. No, I was thinking this one might have one, but no. So what I do, because life is short, life is good, but I just peel them. I sort of take my spoon in, and I just, like a shoehorn, and just take the eggs out. And sometimes I can just run clear around the egg in one nice movement, but these, for some reason, but anyway, there's my egg, and it maybe doesn't look quite as smooth and nice if you do it with just peeling it, but fresh eggs wouldn't. You'd tear it all to pieces. So there it is. And I've got my brine ready, and remember the proportions, or the ratio for brine, is 20 parts water to 1 part salt. And what that equates to, in real simple terms, is about 2.5 cups of water and about 2 tablespoons of salt. And what I have in there, instead of using my coarse salt, I went over and it's got some real salt, Himalayan salt in it. Okay. Just because that's what's in my salt can right now. And okay. I wish they'd slip around like I usually do it, but it isn't going to this morning. The other one, it showed how I could just slip it around. Okay, I've got 2 more to go, maybe before, and the chickens will have fun with these eggs, shells. Okay. And then my first batch, I put in a jalapeno chopped up, and I put onions and garlic, and what else? That might have been it. Onion, garlics, and the jalapeno. Okay, let's see what I can get with this one now. Okay, there it is. And in it goes. And I got one last one. Yeah, they're so fresh. I haven't seen an egg that air sac in any of these eggs. But they had to be, well, I cooked 12. Oh, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, there it is. That was, well, it was going to tell me that it was time to check my blood sugar, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm sure what I had this morning for breakfast wouldn't have bumped it anyway. Okay, so there it is, and I probably should have done this as I went along, but I'm going to put garlic in it, and my garlic is sort of cracked because when I hit it with a knife it cracks it open. So I think I have the idea some of the goodness sneaks out of it that way better than just not, and I don't want to chop it. Okay, these are parsley, some of my parsley seeds from the garden. I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. I've got a little bit of onion that was just chopped up from something else. And then the rest of it is dill, coriander, and just a little bit of celery seed. So we're going to see how that goes. And now I'm going to pour the brine down through. Oops, I'm going to stir it. I can see that it hasn't, no, it has dissolved. No, okay. Okay, so in it goes. And how I boil the eggs is I cover them with water, I get them up to a simmer, and I turn the pan off, and I let it sit for about 17 minutes, and then I come back, and I wish that egg was clear down underneath the water, and I'm going to fill it clear to the top. Now, wait just a minute. There, it's clear under the water. If I go much further, it'll be running out. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can just get some of that to go through and through. Oh, I love the smell of the dill. Oh, these will be good. The next one I try, I'm going to put turmeric in it, and I don't know what all with the turmeric. But the main thing will be the turmeric next time. Okay, I'm going to put this on tight and sort of shake it, and then I want to loosen up the lid because I don't want the lid on tight. Okay, now I think everything is going through. Okay, now I'm just going to set the lid on there. I want I don't want it tight. And in about 3 days, I'll start tasting them. And I can hardly wait. Oh, yes. So that's my fermented egg. And like I say, when I did it the first time, and you know, it seems like as old as I am, at 81, I'm making my first 2 batches. What? Why? It's because, especially my mother's generation, they were trying to leave all the old traditions and get on with the modern and the new and the improved. And now we're realizing it isn't improved and the modern isn't as good as the old. And so it's taken me this long, and I really enjoy them. So it's another fermented food that we can eat. So this morning for breakfast, what I had a fermented egg, I had some bacon, I had my fermented cabbage, apple, and blueberries. I had a lot of salad, and I put my egg and bacon on top of the salad. I put a little of my homemade mayonnaise that has a very wonderful vinegar in it, flavored vinegar, and let's see, what else did I have? Oh, this sounds, well, you're supposed to eat like a king for breakfast. Okay, then I had a glass of my kefir with cayenne in it. Let's see. And just because I like it, I had 1 square of my 88% cocoa chocolate bar, little 1 square. And in that chocolate bar, it has it by servings, and so it's divided in 2 servings, but I only eat it by the square. And I think it says it has, wait just a minute, it's either 5 grams of sugar. Okay. What does it say? Oh yeah, 5 grams of sugar for half a bar. Well, I eat it by one of these little squares, so I'm not getting much sugar, but I am getting cocoa. So that's what I had for breakfast, and I doubt if any of that would bump my sugar. So I'm safe to go. So if you haven't made fermented eggs, and I'm sure a lot of, well, maybe, I don't know if you have or not, but make some. And don't forget your fermented food, really important, because you want to be big and strong like me when you get to be 81. One time, my grandmother was trying to get me to eat something, and my brother and I were there. We'd stayed overnight, and my grandma said, "Eat that, Marianne, so you'll be big like me." And my brother took a look at my grandmother and said to me, "Marianne, don't eat it." So anyway, I'll leave you with that. Have a good day.